Good morning, Judge.
Good morning, Mr. Dunn. How are you today?
I'm doing all right. Officer Milton called to see if we can start with ACDC. And since courtroom two is empty, other than myself, Judge, I'm ready to handle cases, Judge.
Okay, good morning, Officer Milton. Who do we have first there?
We're, miss- we're missing the prosecutor, Judge.
Okay, so we'll hold until everybody gets on with us. It's right at 9 o'clock. So, um, who would you like to go with first, Miss Officer Milton?
Position 2, Ms. Barlow.
I've got. Go ahead, Mr. Dodd.
So as far as Ms. Barlow, Judge, that's going to be mental health court. I just needed the documents sent to me so I can sign on her behalf. I went over the paperwork. Well, I shouldn't say I went over the paperwork. I went over the requirements of mental health yesterday, and I'm not sure, Judge, if the court normally signed the signature. I don't know because I can't remember the last time I handled mental health court from custody. So I'll just wait to hear from the state. But it's not going to be a plea per se.
Okay, so we'll have to wait until someone gets on with us. Good morning. Are you with me, Mr. Sirocco?
Okay.
Yes, Your Honor. Good morning.
Yes, we're on position number 2 with Ms. Barlow. Mr. Dodd, would you explain
Sure.
to Mr. Sirocco where we are with that case?
So we received the recommendation of mental health course. I just need the paperwork from Ms. Tucker. I can sign off on it.
The referral paperwork?
Well, I mean, he asked, offered mental health, and we accepted. So that's where we are.
All right. I'll make sure she gets whatever you need over to you.
All right, and I'm not sure. I guess I'll need to talk to her as far as the signature bond on these cases. I mean, I just don't. So I'll know what to prepare for Judge Morrow to sign. I can't remember the last time I've done it for in custody person as opposed to on bond. So I can forward you the email that I received from Ms. Tucker as well. That's where we're at.
Gotcha.
So maybe if you can consent on a bond, Mr. Dodd. Mr. Sirocco, could you just send her a message when you get a moment to say to ask her about that so that she can speak with Mr. Dodd and we can figure out what we need to do.
Sure thing.
All right, I appreciate it.
As far
Um,
as, Judge,
go ahead.
as far as my client, she can return. We don't need to keep her here.
Okay. So good luck to you, Miss Barlow. I'll have Mr. Dodd speak with you after court today to explain to you what's going on. Okay.
Next is position Ms. Barnhill, position 3 through 7.
This is going. Yes.
That will be a negotiated judge. It is a time served sentence as far as the jail portion of things.
Okay. Good morning, Ms. Barnhill. I'm Judge Eric Morrow. This is the state all-purpose calendar. Yes, ma'am. Will you raise your right hand for me, please? Do you swear or affirm the testimony you're about to give before this court will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Boy.
Okay. Thank you, ma'am. Yes, Mr. Sirocco.
Yes, Your Honor. With respect to position 3, the theft by shoplifting, the state's recommendation is 12 months served 30 days, credit for time served, balance probated, anti-theft course. Stay away from the Walmart that is at 844 Cleveland Avenue in 80 hours community service. The position 4 case, which is theft by taking, 2 counts. Count 1, 12 months probation concurrent with the case for position 3, no further contact with Courtney Davis. Restitution in the amount of $100.18 to Courtney Davis. Stay away from 320 Gibson Street. Count 2, the theft by taking for that count is no further 12 months probation concurrent with count 1, no further contact with Sharika Newman, and stay away from 328 Gibson Street. And as for the position 5, the criminal trespass and drug possession and use of drug-related objects, respectively. 12 months probation for count 1, concurrent with again that position 3 case. Op 21 law and decision making course. We'd ask for a social worker visit for housing, as well as stay away from 329 Hill Street in Atlanta. Count 2, the drug-related objects, 12 months probation concurrent with count 1, ADET. And we would be asking for the full 12 months reporting here, Judge. Do you need the totals for your honor?
I don't, Mr. Sirocco. If you want to put it on the record, that's up to you.
No, we've covered everything, Judge. And upon acceptance of the pleas, of the plea 2 counts, 1, I'll say cases 3 through 5, state has agreed to null pros the FTAs, positions 6 and 7. We would ask that defense stipulate the factual basis, venue, and ID for purposes of the plea. And that is all for this case, these cases, Judge.
Okay, Mr. Dodd.
Your Honor, we stipulate for purposes of the plea, I would ask the court to consider waiving the first 2 months of probation fees, Judge, in light of all the other conditions that she has to do. And the social worker visit has been concluded, Judge, so we're ready to proceed.
Okay. Does she have housing issues, Mr. Dodd? Say it again.
No, Judge.
Okay, all right. Ms. Barnhill, it's my understanding that in case 25 CR 0067668B, you wish to plead guilty to theft by shoplifting. In case 25 CR 0067797B, you wish to plead guilty to theft by taking, 2 counts. And in case 26 CR 001543B, you wish to plead guilty to criminal trespass and possession and use of drug-related objects. Is that right?
Yes, sir.
Are you under the influence of any drugs or alcohol this morning?
Clean and sober for 30 days.
Very good. So that's a no. You've been represented by counsel. Are you satisfied with his representation?
I'm more than satisfied because I just want to.
You understand that you have a right to a trial by jury on these charges, and that by pleading guilty to them, you're giving up that right? That was a yes?
Yes.
Has anyone forced or coerced you to plead guilty?
Never.
I'll accept the pleas as negotiated, Ms. Barnhill. I will waive the first 3 months of probation fees to help you get on your feet. And good luck to you, ma'am.
Thank you so much.
Next is position 19, Ms. Chambers.
And Your Honor, on Ms. Chambers incorrectly noted, well, it'll be a non-negotiated. I'm only, as far as the jail portion of the sentence, Judge, I think the state is asking for 60 days. I'm asking for 30, Judge.
How many days has she been in custody at the present time?
Your Honor, she has spent 15 days in custody. It's initially 6 days, and now 9 days. And normally, Judge, I would reach out to the prosecutor, but because of my error, Judge, I didn't reach out to Mr. Sirocco to ask him if they'd agree. So my apologies.
Fine. Ms. Stallworth, are you with me? Good morning.
Morning, Your Honor, I am.
May I get Ms. Chambers' history, please?
I was looking at it because I thought it was negotiated, but she has 12 prior arrests. There's an FTA in 2023 out of Cobb. Just one moment. I'm not seeing any convictions. There's another FTA in 2020 out of Fulton. But yes, no convictions listed.
Okay. And she is pleading guilty to 3 counts of criminal trespass and 1 count of criminal trespass and damage to property. Is that right, Mr. Dodd?
Yes, Judge, it's a total of three, I believe, 3 different cases, Judge, yes.
Okay. Yes, Mr. Soroka.
Yes, Your Honor, and I had about the same as pre-trial. I did see a number of those cases were either null pros or dismissed. There's a lot of arrests for obstruction and theft offenses. There was a criminal damage to property in the second from 2018, though that was dead docketed. This first incident that I have here, Judge, for position, I mean, it's the original position 19. I'll get to the add-ons in a second, but well, they're not add-ons, but we found them and we put them in there. This incident from February 26th, this was at 1666 Connolly Drive in East Point. Law enforcement responded to a trespassing call at the location. The reporting party that officers spoke with, the owner of the property there, explained that she believed the defendant was squatting at the residence due to recent events. There was an agent who conducted a showing on the 25th, and management was in the process of conducting these showings. And they arrived to check on the home. Miss McGee did. Upon receiving a message about someone impersonating her daughter, there was someone standing on the porch, and a woman came out of the home and walked up to her gate. Defendant responded that she's the owner of the home, and has been since April 2025, and she didn't provide her name when asked. Defendant advised police that she's the owner, and is not sure when McGee moved in. The stated that the properties were father's, and also officers noticed that the front door lock had been drilled to make entry into the home. Defendant stated that due to her recent incarceration, she had to have a locksmith drill the lock to gain entry because she didn't have a key. But in any case, this wasn't her property. She didn't have a right to be on it nor to damage that property, Judge. This is just case 1. The second case from incident date March 14th, 2026. This was at 1666 Connolly Drive. Again, that location. The officers responded to the location for a trespassing call, observed a woman on the porch of the residence. She did state this property. There was a tag on the door explaining the property was condemned, unfit for human occupation, and the order here had not been followed. They spoke with, again, Miss Dahlia McGee on the phone, and she explained the defendant falsely claimed ownership of the property again, and possession of her mail and her mortgage statement, and that she was there on the property once more here. So, and the last case it's more of the same, Judge. She's on this same property, just a constant nuisance to Dahlia McGee. And with respect to anything she's seeking to do with that property that is lawfully hers. And there's video footage of the defendant walking back on the property in that case, and she knows she's not supposed to be on there. So we are asking for 12 months served, 60 days for count 1 of position 19, the criminal trespass, credit for time served, balance probated, an Op 21 law and decision-making course, no further contact with NISA County. Stay away from the 1666 Connolly Drive, East Point. Count 2 is 12 months probation. It would be concurrent with count 1. Balance probated, no further contact with Nisa Pouncey. Stay away from that location. Restitution for um, the drilled lock there, open for 30 days. With respect to the other open cases, 26 CR 001728G, the criminal trespass. We're recommending 12 months probation consecutive to that other case, the aforementioned position 19 case. 40 hours community service, social worker visit for BH and possibly MH here. No further contact with Dahlia McGee. Stay away from 1662 Connolly Drive. I may have messed up the address locations. The Nisa Pouncey is the owner of the residence of 1662 Connolly Drive, and it's Miss McGee's residence, from what I can tell. In any case, no further contact with either of them. We'd be asking for 40 hours community service. No further contact with Dahlia McGee. Stay away from 1662 Connolly Drive in East Point, and for position what's the 26 CR 001738G, criminal trespass, 12 months probation consecutive to the position 19 case, concurrent to the 1728G case. No further contact with Dahlia McGee. Stay away from 1662 Connolly Drive in East Point. In total, this would be 24 months probation, serve 60 days, credit for time served, with the balance probated, the community service. And stay away is no further contact in the restitution, Judge. And we asked for this out of this being, 3 repeat offenses with similar conduct. We think 60 days is more than appropriate. And she doesn't have no criminal history. She has 13 cycles from what I can see here. It's just lacking in convictions. But here, she's a problem to the homeowner, the individual that's supposed to be living or dealing with that property there, at both these locations. And we just don't want her around there anymore. So we think 60 days is appropriate. We would ask the court to follow the state's recommendation. And if we could sound for Miss Nisa Pouncey and Miss Dahlia McGee at this time.
Either of those ladies are on the line and wish to address the court. Now is your opportunity. Doesn't appear so. Mr. Haddad?
Your Honor, on behalf of Ms. Chambers, as I stated earlier, she's in agreement with all the other conditions, specifically as far as the stay away, Judge. She has spent a total of 15 days. This is not a situation where Ms. Chambers was convicted on the same offense and returned back to the property. I understand in that scenario why an additional 30 days would be appropriate. Other than that, Judge, I know our social worker went and saw her. We provided her with information as far as housing. We talked to her about staying away from that property. But other than that, Judge, that's all I have to offer in terms of a time served sentence, essentially.
Okay. Does she have, I take it that she has housing issues.
She did inform me that, Judge, which is one of the reasons why a social worker reached out to her before today, Judge.
Okay. And any explanation as to why she keeps going back to this property?
No, Judge.
Okay. I mean, I'm reticent to. If there's no plan for her, and and she gets out, and she is unable to report, and she's unable to do these conditions, then we've just got to.
Your Honor, I mean, in all honesty, Ms. Chambers did not indicate any housing issues, but I do know that our social worker reached out to provide her with anything. It's not unusual that it may be an issue, but the client, is not forthcoming. Just, other than what I presented to the court,
No, I understand, and I don't know if holding her in custody is is going to be beneficial. But I'm just concerned that she's not going to be able to.
We would argue that
All
it'd be
right.
beneficial for the homeowners, but that's
Well,
just the state's position.
Well, 30 days or 60 days, she's still going to get out at some point. And if she goes back there, she's going to get arrested again and she's going to be back here. So I don't know if holding her in custody any longer is going to be beneficial to anyone. I don't plan on doing that. I plan on giving her time served. My concern is helping this young lady not to come back here. But with that said, Ms. Chambers, if you could raise your right hand for me, please, ma'am. Do you swear or affirm the testimony you're about to give before this court be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Speak louder so we can hear you. Yeah.
Yeah, you all are breaking up there at ACDC. Say it again for me, ma'am.
Yes,
Okay, thank you.
yes.
Ms. Chambers, it's my understanding that in case 26R001407G, you wish to plead guilty to criminal trespass and damage to property. In case 26CR001728G, you wish to plead guilty to criminal trespass. And in case 26CR001738G, you wish to plead guilty to criminal trespass. Is that correct?
No, this case is a reoccurring case from 2019 that I keep going to court for. This is not my first time going to court for criminal trespass. This is the same case that I had in 2019. If you look at the file, it does say 2019 trespassing. I was banned from buying city.
Your Honor, I mean, it appears for
The
recent.
second, I'm sorry to cut you off. The second time that I was arrested, it was for trespassing, not criminal damage to property, but just simply trespassing. It was 6 years.
Okay, so Ms. Chambers, it appears that we don't have an understanding or a meeting of the minds on this. I'm going to reset this 1 week, Mr. Dodd. If any of those questions that I have presented this morning, if you can get me the response to those, I'd appreciate it. And anything that the court can assist in doing, it seems like there might be some other issue that's present here. All right, Ms. Chambers, I'll see you next week on the 31st. What do we have next?
Position 28, Ms. Durham.
Yes, good morning, Ms. Durham. I'm Judge Eric Morrow. This is the state all-purpose calendar. Will you raise your right hand for me, please, ma'am?
Your Honor, I apologize. I think that's a
yes.
Thompson case.
Yes. Hold on, Ms. Durham. I'll be back with you. Officer Milton?
Yes, Your Honor.
I believe this is Ms. McLeod's case, and she's not with us as of yet.
It is, we were requesting a reset for this. We were, I believe this was
okay.
The
You're
one we're
trying to transfer.
Yeah.
All right. So Ms. Durham's case will be reset till next week, 3/31.
Ravzi, Ms. 46 and 47, Ms. Ravzi. Have a good day.
That should be a negotiated plea, Judge.
Okay, thank you. Yes, good morning, Ms. Ravzi. I'm Judge Eric Morrow. This is the state all-purpose calendar. Will you raise your right hand for me, please, ma'am? Do you swear or affirm that your testimony this morning will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes.
Thank you. You can place your hand down, ma'am. Yes, Mr. Sirocco.
Yes, Your Honor. For position 46, the simple battery family violence, the state's recommendation is 12 months served, 42 days, credit for time served, balance probated, 12-week anger management, no further contact with Ryan Thompson, the then roommate of the defendant. Stay away from 811 Peachtree Street, Northeast Atlanta, and 30 hours community service. As for position 47, the simple battery and disorderly conduct, respectively, count 1, 12 months probation concurrent with the position 46 case. No further contact with Darius Richard. No further contact with Javon Johnson. Stay away from the Bulldogs Club that is located at 893 Peachtree Street Northeast in Atlanta, and 30 additional hours of community service for a total of 60 hours community service. As for the disorderly conduct, time served. And we did speak with the victims in both cases, Mr. Ryan Thompson, or Miss Ryan Thompson, excuse me. She agrees with the state's recommendations. She did have questions regarding the TPO. When no further contact is ended, we'll be explaining that and going through the process with her. And if, let's see, I believe she's, if we could sound for her, if she happens to be online, it's unclear whether she wanted to be online. And for position 47, that simple battery case with Mr. Darius Richard, we did speak with him, and he's also in agreement with the state's recommendation. We would ask that the defense stipulate a factual basis, venue, and ID for purposes of the plea. And if we could sound for both Ms. Thompson and Mr. Richard at this time, Judge.
Either of those individuals are on the line and wish to address the court. Now is your opportunity to do so.
Miss Ryan Thompson is here.
Yes, ma'am. Would you like to address the court this morning?
My only concern is.
Oh, and if that's a yes or no, ma'am. If so, I'm
Yes.
going to have to swear you in. Okay, and you're going to have to come on camera for me.
Okay.
Yes,
Hello.
ma'am. Good morning. If you'll raise your right hand for me. Do you swear or affirm the testimony you're about to give before this court will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes.
You can place your hand down. What would you like to tell the court?
I just wanted to add my work address to it if I could.
Okay. Go ahead.
It's the Fox Theater.
Okay. And that's on Peachtree Street?
Correct.
Okay. Anything further, ma'am?
No, that's it.
All right, we'll add the stay away from the Fox Theater unless she has a valid ticket to attend a performance there. All right, thank you.
I work there, so
Well, she's to have no further contact with you. That will be the order of the court, that if she has a valid ticket, I'm going to allow her to go to the Fox, but she still cannot have any contact with you.
okay, sounds good.
Yes,
And Ms.
ma'am.
Thompson, we'll send you the disposition per your request.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. Mr. Dodd?
Your Honor, we stipulate for purpose of the plea, Judge, and this will be a time served sentence. I went over the requirements of the stay away, Judge, and I would just ask the court to follow the state's recommendation, request perhaps a waiver of the first 2 months probation fees in light of the fact that she has to pay for the anger management classes, Judge.
Mr. Ravzi, it's my understanding that in case 25 CR 007239A, you wish to plead guilty to simple battery family violence, and in case 26 CR 001571A, you wish to plead guilty to simple battery and disorderly conduct. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Are you under the influence of any drugs or alcohol this morning? Say it again.
No,
You've been represented by counsel. Are you satisfied with his representation?
yes,
You understand that you have a right to a trial by jury on these charges and that by pleading guilty to them, giving up that right?
Yeah.
Has anyone forced or coerced you to plead guilty?
No.
I will accept the plea as negotiated, Ms. Ravzi. I will waive the first 2 months of probation fees to help you get on your feet. And when you complete the terms of the probation successfully, I will have it go to a non-reporting status. Good luck to you, ma'am.
all right, Your Honor, I'll be back.
Okay, all right. All right, who do we have next in courtroom 2?
51, Mr. Thomas. Your Honor, this case is gonna be a not guilty judge, and we waive arraignment, your reading of the charges, Judge.
Good morning, Mr. Thomas. Your case is going to be returned to the division judge. You'll get notification of your next hearing date, sir. Good luck to you.
See you later. All right, number 48, Mr. Seaborn.
That's what you wanna do? You wanna resolve it today? You're not gonna get. You wanna take it or leave it? Judge, we're ready to proceed.
Okay. Mr. Seaborn, good morning. I'm Judge Eric Morrow. This is the state all-purpose calendar. Will you raise your right hand for me, please, sir? Do you swear or affirm the testimony you're about to give before this court would be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth? Say it again for me. We can't hear you.
Yes, sir.
All right, very good. Thank you, Mr. Seaborn. Yes, Mr. Sirocco.
Yes, Your Honor. For the criminal trespass, the state's recommendation is 12 months, served 60 days, credit for time served, balance probated, BHET, no further contact with Akil Karnati, no further contact with Ronnie Gomes, Rony, stay away from the BP gas station at 245 Memorial Drive in Atlanta, 40 hours community service. With his history, we would object to any sort of non-reporting or termination of probation upon completion of the conditions here, Judge. If we would ask that defense stipulate the factual basis, venue, and ID for purposes of the plea, and I believe that is it.
We stipulate for purpose of the plea, Judge, according to my calculations, he'll have another 15 days in custody to serve. I would ask the court to consider waiving the first 2 months of probation fees.
I didn't go to South, sorry.
Does he require assistance with housing, Mr. Haddad?
Judge, we have a social worker here. She'll speak to him after court.
Okay. And I guess Mr. Haddad, my question is always in regards to, I know that you're going to have a social worker visit with him, but if he does have housing issues, then I'm more inclined to waive the fees to help him out. So,
Understood, Judge.
okay, all right. So that's why I inquire. Mr. Seaborn, it's my understanding that in case 26 CR 001592G, you wish to plead guilty to criminal trespass. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
Are you under the influence of any drugs or alcohol at the present time? Say it again for me.
No, sir.
You've been represented by counsel. Are you satisfied with his representation? You understand that you have a right to a trial by jury on this charge, and that by pleading guilty to it, you're giving up that right? Say it again for me.
Yes, sir.
Has anyone forced or coerced you to plead guilty?
No, sir.
I will accept the plea as negotiated, Mr. Seaborn. I'm going to waive the probation fees for you to help you stay on your feet. Once you complete the terms of the probation, I'm going to have it go to a non-reporting status. You're still going to be on probation. You still have to stay away from that BP gas station. If you go back there, the probation will also be revoked. So don't go back to that BP gas station even after you've completed the community service and the mental health, okay? All right, good luck to you, Mr. Seaborn.
Thank you, Judge.
All right, 2930, Mr. Ellis.
Good morning, Your Honor. This was initially a waiver for not guilty, but Mr. Ellis has changed his mind, so we'll be entering a guilty plea.
And good morning, Mr. White. Good morning, Mr. Ellis. I'm Judge Eric Morrow. This is the state all-purpose calendar. Will you raise your right hand for me, please, sir? The other hand. Do you swear or affirm the testimony you're about to give before this court will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth? Say it again for me.
Sure.
Okay, thank you. You can place your hand down. Mr. Sirocco?
Yes, Your Honor. This is position 29, excuse me, count 1, the terroristic threats and acts. State's recommendation is 12 months served, 90 days, credit for time served, balance probated, 12-week anger management, no further contact with, it's Robert Henry Barlow. I believe that's a typo there. Stay away from the BP gas station that is located at 6725 State Route 14, and that's in Union City. As for count 2, the willful obstruction, 12 months probation concurrent with count 1, $300 fine. With respect to count, the giving false information charges for count 30, count 1, we're recommending 12 months probation. This is 80 hours community service. And count 2 would merge with count 1. This would all be concurrent with 26 CR 001285A. We would ask that defense stipulate the factual basis, venue, and ID for purposes of the plea. And that is all for the state on this. If we could sound for Mr. Barlow.
If that gentleman is on the line and wishes to address the court, now is your opportunity. Does not appear so. Mr. White?
Your Honor, we do stipulate for the purposes of the plea. We would ask for the $300 fine to be converted to 30 hours of community service. As it is probation, terminate or go non-reporting once he's completed all of his requirements, and waive the first 3 months of plea. He does have another, well, I'm not sure exactly how much time he's got left to do, because I'm not sure how much credit they're giving him on position 29, but he does have at least 22 more days in jail to do.
And we would certainly take issue with the termination here. He's got a number of violent convictions that are recent: battery 2024, battery family violence 2021, ag assault, terroristic threats and acts, 3 of each, and cruelty to children in the first 2019. And those violent convictions continue to go back. 2016 battery, 2016 battery. We would object to termination of probation and non-reporting for this, Judge.
Mr. Ellis, it's my understanding that in case 26 CR 001285A, you wish to plead guilty to terroristic threats and acts and willful obstruction of law enforcement officers, and in case 26 CR 001286A, you wish to plead guilty to giving false information to law enforcement. Is that correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
Are you under the influence of any drugs or alcohol at the present time?
No, sir.
You've been represented by counsel. Are you satisfied with his representation?
Yes, sir.
You understand that you have a right to a trial by jury on these charges, and that by pleading guilty to them, you're giving up that right?
Yes, sir.
Has anyone forced or coerced you to plead guilty?
Yes,
Okay, I'll accept the plea as negotiated, Mr. Ellis. I will have the $300 fine converted to 30 hours of community service. Once you, I will waive the first 3 months of probation fees to help you get on your feet once you get out. And once you complete all the terms successfully, I will have the probation go to a non-reporting status. You'll still be on probation. You still won't be able to go back to that BP gas station. And if you do, then probation could be revoked. Okay? Good luck to you, sir.
Thank you, Your Honor.
we're going to start finish with Mr. Strong on no position here.
Yes.
Tell me the position again.
Right here.
I still didn't get it.
Yeah, I don't have his position number. I'm sorry.
Oh, okay. And what's his name?
Devin Strong.
Strong?
Do we know who's handling his case? I can send an offer. This was an add-on, position 3, I believe.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
Has anyone spoken with Mr. Strong? Mr. White, Mr. Haddad?
Judge, I didn't receive an add-on calendar that I'm aware of.
Oh,
I did.
okay. Um,
Did you receive one, Joanne?
This is really, I mean, the only other 2 cases, the Mr. Brian Beck is this, there's an additional case on the add-on for Brian Beck for which we're already asking for a reset. It's not the one that we were asking for a reset for. And then the other one's FTA for Jalen Smith, which is position 49, if that sounds right. And then it's so Devin Strong is the only additional case really on the add-on.
okay, well, it appears that no one has spoken with Mr. Strong. Is this a time served plea or a time served offer?
Effectively, it would be, Judge. He's been in jail for some time on this charge and others. These series of
Okay,
charges.
so they need time to speak with him.
Yeah.
You know, so
Is he being held on something else as well?
Yeah.
Can we reset him to next week? That way we can
right.
figure out.
I agree with you, Mr. White. So we will reset him to the 31st, next Tuesday. So Mr. Strong, we'll see you back next Tuesday. Okay, and you'll speak with somebody in the meantime. So somebody will be there to speak with you. All right. Where to next?
17, Mr. Caldwell.
Okay. Negotiated plea, Mr. White.
It is, Judge.
Thank you. Good morning, Mr. Caldwell. I'm Judge Eric Morrow. This is the state all-purpose calendar. Will you raise your right hand for me, please, sir? Do you swear or affirm the testimony you're about to give before this court will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth? Yeah, speak up for me.
Sir.
Okay, you can place your hand down. Thank you. Yes, Mr. Sirrah.
Yes, Your Honor. On the loiter prowl, that's count 1 for position 17. The state's recommending 12 months served 90 days. Credit for time served. Balance suspended. Stay away from Morningside Courts. That is located at 594 Wimbledon Road in Atlanta. As for count 2, the giving false information, time served. We would ask that defense stipulate the factual basis, venue, and ID for purposes of the plea. And obviously, we're fine with this going suspended. With his history, would ask that remain the case for following his service of days here, Judge.
Mr. White.
Yeah, we stipulate for the purposes of the plea. My reading of this offer is it is a balance suspended offer. It's a yes. Okay.
That's right.
All right. Nothing further, Judge.
And how many days has he been in custody? Is he?
We have 26. I'm sorry, 30. At this point, 32 days, Judge, possibly 33. But he's got at least 12 more days, maybe 13 to do.
Mr. Caldwell, it's my understanding that in case 26 CR 001206J, you wish to plead guilty to loitering and prowling and giving false information to law enforcement. Is that correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
Are you under the influence of any drugs or alcohol at the present time?
No, sir.
You've been represented by counsel. Are you satisfied with his representation?
Yes, sir.
You understand that you have a right to a trial by jury on these charges, and that by pleading guilty to them, you're giving up that right?
Sir.
Has anyone forced or coerced you to plead guilty?
No, sir.
I'll accept the plea as negotiated, Mr. Caldwell. Good luck to you, sir.
Thank you, Judge.
I'll go 11 through 16, Mr. Meadows.
Also a negotiated plea.
That's correct, Your Honor.
What position was this?
11 through 16, I
Oh,
believe.
okay, Mr. Bell. Gotcha.
Good morning, Mr. Bell. I'm Judge Eric Morrow. This is the state all-purpose calendar. Will you raise your right hand for me, please, sir? Do you swear or affirm the testimony you're about to give before this court will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes, sir.
Thank you. You can place your hand down, Mr. Bell. Yes, Mr. Sherrod.
Yes, Your Honor, for position 11, the theft by shoplifting, state's recommendation is 12 months probation concurrent with the case ending in 1178A. Stay away from the Circle K at 4903 Old National Highway in College Park. As for position 12, the criminal trespass damage to property, 12 months probation concurrent with that case ending in 1178A. BHET, no further contact with James Brown. Stay away from 6445 Marsham Drive in South Fulton. We'd be asking for restitution to James Brown, open for 30 days, as well as 40 hours community service. For position 13, the theft by taking and willful obstruction on count 1. State's recommending 12 months, serve 120 days, credit for time served, balance probated. Anti-theft course, no further contact with Alfonso Chapman. Stay away from the Red Roof Inn, that is at 2450 Old National Parkway in College Park. The obstruction, count 2, 12 months probation concurrent with count 1, $300 fine. And the other cases is for the theft by taking, position 14, 12 months probation concurrent with the 1178A case. No further contact with Rose Holder. Stay away from 5056 Old National Highway in College Park. Restitution to Rose Holder, open for 30 days, 40 hours community service. We did speak with Miss Rose Holder. She agrees with the recommendations, and she's going to get us receipts and invoices for the restitution. As for position 15, Marcus, for the theft by taking there, 12 months probation, no further contact, and restitution in the amount of $360 with and to Mr. Hayes Boyd. Stay away from Patton Hall and all Georgia State properties. This would run consecutive with 26 CR 001178A. And position 16, finally, 12 months probation. And that would be, I believe, consecutive, with 26 CR 001178A. No further contact with David Jaden Waller, and restitution in the amount of $315 to Mr. Waller. Stay away from Georgia State Rec Center, which would be encompassed by the stay away from all premises and property. 99 Gilmer Street is the address for that location, and we did speak with Mr. Waller as well. He is in agreement with the state's recommendation, and we're going to update him tomorrow on this per his request. If Your Honor would like, I can go through the entirety of these once more, but that's whether you need it or not is up to you.
No, I have it here.
Okay.
So
All right.
I'm
We would ask that
fine.
defense. Yeah, we would ask the defense stipulate a factual basis, venue, and ID for purposes of the plea. And if any of the aforementioned victims listed in the state's recommendations want to voice their concerns or anything with respect to these cases, we would ask that the court sound for them at this time. And that is all for the state.
Any of those individuals are on the line and wish to address the court, now is your opportunity. Mr. White?
Your Honor, we stipulate for the purposes of the plea, we would just ask the probation go non-reporting. Once he's completed all the requirements, we'd also ask for a fee waiver of up to 4 months. If you give it to us, he's going to have at least $675 in restitution to pay, plus 2 more possible restitutions that are going to be open for another 30 days. 80 hours of community service, the course which he has to pay for, and the evaluations. So we would just ask for any relief that you could give us on that, and that'd be all from the defense judge.
So he's going to be on probation. You ask him for him to be on probation for how long?
24 months, Judge.
Okay. So what I'm going to do, Mr. White, is I'm going to waive the fees for the first year, require that he report during that time. If he's successful during that first year of reporting, I'll have the second year go non-reporting.
More than fair, Judge. Thank you.
Okay. All right. If nothing further, Mr. Bell, it's my understanding that in case position 11, case 25 CR 005695A, you wish to plead guilty to theft by shoplifting. In case 25 CR 006485A, you wish to plead guilty to criminal trespass and damage to property. In case 26 CR 001178A, you wish to plead guilty to theft by taking and willful obstruction of law enforcement officers. In case 26 CR 001264A, you wish to plead guilty to theft by taking. And in case 26 CR 001599A, you wish to plead guilty to theft by taking. And in case 26 CR 001600A, you wish to plead guilty to theft by taking. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
Are you under the influence of any drugs or alcohol at the present time?
No, sir.
You've been represented by counsel. Are you satisfied with his representation?
Yes, Your Honor.
You understand that you have a right to a trial by jury on these charges, and that by pleading guilty to them, you're giving up that right?
Yes, sir.
Has anyone forced or coerced you to plead guilty?
No, sir.
I will accept the pleas as negotiated, Mr. Bell. I am going to waive the first year of probation fees to help you get on your feet. If you successfully complete the terms of the probation within that time, and if you don't miss any of your scheduled visits to probation, if you do everything that you're supposed to do, then the second year, I'm going to have it go to a non-reporting status, okay?
Yes, sir.
All right, good luck to you, sir.
Next, we have position 1, Miss Barber.
What's not negotiated, Mr. Haddad?
Judge, I'm trying to pull up my notes, but essentially it's we're asking for less custody time. I spoke to her at length yesterday, Judge, and that's where we're at. The state's recommendation is 180 days, which I suspect is based on her history. She wanted to try and resolve it today, so that's where we're at, Judge.
How much time have you spent in custody at present?
Honor, not in the grand scheme of things, not a whole lot. She's been in custody since the 10th, so the 14 days as of today.
Okay, let's see, Ms. Stallworth, may I get her history, position 1?
Yes, Your Honor. She has 9 prior arrests. There's a 2022 NOLO out of Clayton for a disorderly conduct. And one moment, hold on. She also appears to be on probation for simple battery and disorderly conduct, case number 25 CR 003218A, and also on probation for battery and criminal trespass. Their case number is 25 CR 003970F, and another probation case for simple battery as well, and one for willful obstruction of law enforcement officers by use of threats or violence and criminal trespass. Nothing further.
So she's on probation at the present time, was it?
I think 3 cases.
3 cases?
Yes, Your Honor. 1, 2, 4 cases, I'm sorry.
Okay. So
And the
given
last,
her,
I'm sorry.
no, go ahead, Ms. Stallworth. I'm
I was
sorry.
just going to say the most recent sentence date was February the 4th of this year.
Given that, Mr. Dahl, given her history and the fact that state's requesting the balance be suspended, I'm more inclined to let her serve the time and be done with this case.
Understood,
So
Judge.
you need to talk with her about that?
Yes, on the phone, perhaps.
Okay, well, she said has two thumbs up. That means to me that she's willing to accept but you talk to her if you want to.
I think we're ready, Judge.
Okay, all right. Good morning, Miss Barber. I'm Judge Eric Morrow. This is the state all-purpose calendar. Will you raise your right hand for me, please? Do you swear or affirm the testimony you're about to give before this court will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Speak
Speak up.
louder. Yes, Judge.
Okay, thank you, ma'am. You can put your hand down. Yes, Mr. Soroka.
Yes, Your Honor. On the criminal trespass for this case, the state's recommending 12 months, serve 180 days, credit for time served, balance suspended. Stay away from the Greyhound bus station at 232 Forsyth Street in Atlanta. We would ask that defense stipulate the factual basis, venue, and ID for purposes of the plea.
We stipulate, Judge.
Okay. Ms. Barber, it's my understanding that in case 26 CR 001609F, you wish to plead guilty to criminal trespass. Is that correct? Speak up for me.
Yes, yes, Judge.
Thank you. Are you under the influence of any drugs or alcohol this morning?
No,
You've been represented by counsel. Are you satisfied with his representation?
yes,
You understand that you have a right to a trial by jury on this charge, and that by pleading guilty to it, you're giving up that right?
can I say
You don't-
not guilty?
Mr.
Can I
Dodd,
say not guilty?
yes, ma'am, you can plead not guilty.
Can
So,
I say not guilty, or I want to plead the insanity plea bargain because I need mental health treatment?
Well,
oh, so
I'll enter a plea of not guilty.
okay. Or if you want to talk to him, Mr. Haddad, I can reset this for next week if you choose.
I'm saying not guilty.
Okay. So if you'll file a waiver,
I'll do that, Judge.
all right, Ms. Barber, we'll return your case to the division judge, and you'll have notification of your next hearing date, ma'am. Okay? Yes, ma'am. Good luck to you. You're welcome.
Thank you.
Your Honor, can we do 41, please, Miss Langford? Come on, Miss Langford. Come on. Sit down. Sit down right here.
Yes, good morning, Ms. Langford. I'm Judge Eric Morrow. This is the state all-purpose calendar. Will you raise your right hand for me, please, ma'am? Do you swear or affirm the testimony you're about to give before this court will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes.
Thank you. I take it that's what's not negotiated is the time. Is that right, Mr. Dodd, or not?
Yes, Judge.
Okay. Ms. Stallworth, may I get the history for Ms. Langford, position 41?
Yes, Your Honor. There are 42 cycles total, currently on probation out of Clayton County for criminal trespass. That sentence date was March the 3rd of this year. There is a 2025 conviction out of Clayton for criminal trespass, 2024 NOLO out of the city of Atlanta for theft by shoplifting, a 2024 conviction from Clayton for theft by taking, 2023 NOLO from Clayton for simple battery, 2022 conviction from DeKalb for disorderly conduct and theft by shoplifting, another 2022 from DeKalb for theft by shoplifting, a 2021 from DeKalb for theft by taking and criminal trespass, a 2021 out of DeKalb for theft by shoplifting, a 2021 DeKalb criminal trespass, 2019 Clayton criminal trespass and willful obstruction of law enforcement officers, and there was 8 FTAs, 24, 222, 2023, 3, 2022, and 1, 2020.
Thank you, Ms. Stallworth. How many days has she served in custody at present?
Your Honor, it would be 15 days. So she's essentially served half the time.
Okay. Mr. Soraka?
Yes, and this was non-negotiated, is that correct, Mr. Haddad?
That is correct.
Okay. Yes, Judge. Well, you've heard the history here, storied history of consistent criminal trespass convictions. I wasn't sure if I heard this one, but there was one out of Fulton as well, criminal trespass, pedestrian in a roadway. from January 8th, 2026, sentenced to serve 28 days, credit for time served in order to stay away from the Greyhound bus station. It's the same one at issue here, Judge. This was March 7th at 432 Forsyth Street, Southwest in Atlanta. It's the Greyhound bus station. And the officer was working in a city-approved extra job there, found a Miss Langford, a habitual trespasser on the property. She was walking around begging customers for money there. And the security officer at the location advised that she has entered the terminal multiple times after being banned. Previously arrested February 21st, 2021, being on the property, smoking a glass pipe. Arrested again December 26, 2025 for criminal trespass. She's described as being an ongoing nuisance to the area. And the defendant was placed into custody. And she was, upon search incident to arrest, found to have a glass pipe with residue for inhaling illegal substances tucked into her undergarments. The state's recommending 12 months served 60 days, credit for time served, balance probated, stay away from the Greyhound bus station at 232 Forsyth Street Southwest in Atlanta, 40 hours community service, and for the possession and use of drug-related objects, we're recommending 12 months probation concurrent with count 1, ADET. We think this is more than fair given her history of criminal trespass convictions, which have been consistent and many, and the fact that she's in violation of probation under 25 CR 00839C, 393C, excuse me. That criminal trespass where she was sentenced to serve 28 days. This is a natural step up from that. We would ask that the court follow the state's recommendations here. And I do see it looks like there are additional open cases out of Clayton for theft by shoplifting and criminal trespass. And I think that's it. There's a theft by shoplifting with a judicial hold out of Fulton. But we would ask that the court follow the state's recommendations for the aforementioned reasons. And we would ask the defense stipulate the factual basis, venue, and ID for purposes of the plea.
Jadad?
I don't really have a whole lot to offer Ms. Langford. I just the situation where unfortunately quite familiar with the history. The recommendation was what it is from the states. I've communicated that recommendation to Ms. Langford. She was not interested in just resetting the case or pleading in not guilty. She wanted to see if the court would be willing to sentence her to time served, Judge. As the court is aware, this is it's clearly a housing issue, quite a bit of it, and it is what it is, Judge. On her behalf, I would ask the court to consider something less. If the court is inclined on following the state's recommendation, then I'll let Ms. Langford know, and she can decide whether she wants to take a plea today for an additional 15 days.
So I am going to follow the recommendation as far as the time goes. I'm not going to require, because of her situation, I believe that an ADET would be helpful, so I'm going to require that. I'm not going to require the 40 hours of community service, so it will be 12 months to serve 60 days, credit for time served, balance probated. I am going to have her stay on probation for the entire 12 months, but I will waive the fees during that time. So she'll have to do the ADET and she'll have to be on probation.
Ms. Langford, you wish to take a plea?
Do you want to take the plea? Yeah, attorney explained that to you. He already explained it to you. Yeah. What he told you. Listen, talk to your attorney, talk to your judge.
Mr. Dodd, since this is going to be extra time, I think that I'd be more comfortable if you let her know what my sentence would be. And we'll just if you'll talk with her again, we will reset this until next Tuesday, since she would be in custody at that time as well. Okay. Is that she doesn't appear to me as if she is understanding what the plea would be. So we'll reset it for next for 3:31.
Your Honor, with the courts, I can speak to her on the phone right now and confirm, because if that's what I mean, I didn't have issues communicating with her or understanding me.
Okay.
So
If you would prefer to do that, that's fine with the court.
if Ms. Milton can help me out here, I'll be happy to talk to her on the phone, Judge.
All right, thank you.
Can I call you now?
Yes, I'm ready.
So courtroom 2, can we take one of Mr. White's cases?
Okay, we got number 22 through 24, Mr. Davis.
And Judge, Mr. Davis is a negotiated plea.
Thank you. Good morning, Mr. Davis. I'm Judge Eric Morrow. This is the state all-purpose calendar. Will you raise your right hand for me, please? Do you swear from the testimony you're about to give before this court will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes, sir.
Okay, you can place your hand down, Mr. Davis. Mr. Sirocco?
Yes, Your Honor. On position 22, the loiter prowl and giving false information. On count 1, loiter prowl, 12 months probation concurrent with the position 23 case. Op 21 law and decision-making course, 30 hours community service. Stay away from all Georgia Tech properties, to include the Eco Commons. That's at 879 Hemp Hill Avenue Northwest in Atlanta. And the giving false information, 12 months probation concurrent with count 1, $300 fine. And for the position 23 loiter prowl case, we're recommending 12 months served 30 days, credit for time served, balance probated, requesting a social worker visit for housing. I'm not sure if he's had that yet. Stay away from 962 Proctor Street, and I believe that's in Atlanta as well. No further contact with Shakira Shannon or her family, any family of Miss Shannon. And stay away from that length, that strip of Proctor Street there. We would ask for this to be continuous reporting here, Judge, for the duration of the 12 months. And if we could sound for Miss Shannon, if she's on the line.
Yes, I'm here.
Yes, ma'am. If you would like to address the court, I need for you to activate your camera for me.
Okay. Hey, how are you?
All right. Yes, good morning, ma'am. Can you raise your right hand for me? Do you swear affirm the testimony you're about to give before this court will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes.
Okay, you can place your hand down. Yes, ma'am. What would you like to tell the court?
For first of all, how are you, Your Honor?
Good morning. I'm fine. Thank you, ma'am.
Okay. I would like, personally, I don't think that he should be free. Also, I would like to acknowledge the fact that in the midst of me going to pick up my police report on Thursday, they didn't have it available, and I found out that it wasn't available because they said that it was missing information, and the missing information was they're upping his charge from loitering prowling to burglary. So I don't know how soon that is going to get to you all, but they told me my new police report will be ready this week because they're updating the charge from that. And my kids and myself are traumatized. Even though I have went and gotten cameras, I'm in the process of getting an emergency move because, for one, I don't know this man, don't know where he came from. And he took this as a joke. And the smallest child inside of my home was 1 year old. And he has shaken my entire household, including my godkids who stay next door. So I'm in the process of moving because I don't feel safe. I feel like
he will come back because my nighttime property manager lives on the street before me, and she has seen Mr. Davis before I moved over here, and he has tried to get in her home before. So I don't feel safe. I don't feel like a person like this should be walking the streets, because if he's done it 2 times, 3 times, he's going to do it again. And on the scene, Mr. Davis had a gun, knife, brass knuckles, something to pry open windows and doors. I don't feel like he's mental for him to have all of this on him. He knew exactly what he came to do. So I've never in my life, I'm 36 years old, I've never in my life been through anything like that, nor my kids. So this is traumatizing to me. I don't feel safe right now. And the moment that he is set free, I will not feel safe either, because I don't know if his intentions are to come back. That was my first time seeing this man. So my opinion, I don't feel like he should be set free, because I feel like he's going to do it again. And my kids are already scared to come outside now. So I have to hold my kids in the house and get up every day to check to make sure that Mr. Davis has not been released yet. Every day I have to get up and make sure he's not released, so for my kids to come outside and play in the yard, which is crazy to me, because they should be able to come outside their home and play.
I understand
And
what you're
Mr.
telling me, Ms.
Davis,
Shannon.
one more thing, Mr. Davis, I also have a relative who works in the warrant division, and she was aware of Mr. Davis when he came through, and he stated that he was going to have sexual interactions with one of the girls. So that was the most important thing, that no, he does not need to be out on the street.
Okay, so thank you for being here, Ms. Shannon. I appreciate what you've told us. I'm sorry you've gone through what you've gone through. If Mr. Davis does take a plea, he will certainly be instructed not to be around you or your family or your residents. So, and if he does come around you, your family, or your residents, you should report it to the police, and he will be in violation of any probation that he's on, and possibly arrested again. So, all right. Anything further, Mr. Sirocco?
No, Your Honor, we would certainly, especially with that, insist on the continuous reporting here, Judge. And we echo Ms. Shannon's concerns for her safety as well as her family's safety.
Okay, thank you. Mr. White?
Your Honor, we stipulate for the purpose of the plea, we would ask, continuous reporting adds no additional protection. If he completes everything to go non-reporting, he's still on probation, and all he's going to do is walk into probation and hand him $50, and they're going to turn around and walk out. So if he completes everything, we would ask that he go to non-reporting.
Okay. I am going to have him continuously report. I am not going to require that he hand him $50, so I will waive the probation fees while he's on probation to help him stay on his feet. But I do believe that this young man would benefit from some type of supervision. So that will be the order of the court. As far as the fine goes, does he need that converted to community service, or?
Yes, Judge, I'm sorry. We would ask to convert that to an additional 30 hours of community service.
Okay. Anything further, Mr. White?
Nothing, Judge. Thank you.
Okay, you're welcome. Mr. Davis, it's my understanding that in case 25 CR 005939J, you wish to plead guilty to loitering and prowling and giving false information to law enforcement. And in case 26 CR 001605J, you wish to plead guilty to loitering and prowling. Is that correct?
No.
No?
Take a plea, plead guilty or plead not guilty?
Sound like I need to plead not yet.
All right, then. Well, not guilty, Judge.
All right. You'll file a waiver. Your case will be returned to the division judge. Mr. Davis, you'll get notice of your next hearing date.
And Judge, I'm sorry.
Go ahead. Go ahead, Mr. White.
Didn't mean to cut you off.
No, you
I will
didn't.
call him and make sure that he understands what's going on, and we may come back to this case. if that's okay with Your Honor.
Actually, we prefer not. We're going to revoke the offer at
He's
this
already
time.
accepted
He's
the offer.
he's already said not guilty. We're going to revoke the state's offer this time, especially given what the victims told us. So,
Judge, I mean, this is,
Hold on. Mr. White, I'm gonna allow you to talk with him. I'll make the determination. They can revoke the offer. I'll make the determination. If you want to speak with him, that's fine with the court. Okay?
Thank you,
All right.
Judge.
You're welcome. Who do we have next?
We go back to Session 41, Your Honor, Ms. Langford.
Your Honor,
Okay.
I got a chance to speak to Ms. Langford. She wishes to proceed with the plea
Okay,
as mentioned by the court.
all right. So, Ms. Langford, you're still under oath. It's my understanding that in case 26 CR 001540C, you wish to plead guilty to criminal trespass and possession and use of drug-related objects. Is that right?
Yeah.
Are you under the influence of any drugs? Okay. Are you under the influence? Let me ask the question first, Ms. Langford, okay? Are you under the influence of any drugs or alcohol this morning?
No.
You've been represented by counsel. Are you satisfied with his representation?
Yeah.
You understand?
Okay, I'll be satisfied. I'm really not. I was trying to get out of here because a lot of stuff is going on with the jail. I'm really afraid.
Okay, I'm sorry, Mr. Dodd. I can't accept. Do you want me?
I'll just plead her not guilty, Judge.
All right. You can plead her not guilty, or you can bring her back next week, whichever.
You know, I'm gonna be dealing with the same issue next week.
Okay.
Division.
All right. Your case is going to be returned to the division judge, Ms. Langford, and you'll get notification of your next hearing date. Good luck to you, ma'am.
When will be the next hearing?
I don't know at the present time, but once it's returned to the division judge, they'll send out a notice to you. Okay?
Oh, so I can't go to court next week?
No, I don't know whether you can or not, ma'am. You won't be in my court this week. So Ms. O'Dott will speak with you after court today. Thank you, Officer Milton. Do you have anything there, anything more at ACDC?
Oh, Your Honor, we are out.
Okay. You have a good rest of your day. Mr. Murphy, good morning. Do you have announcements on your cases?
Yes, Judge, I have position 20, Mr. Chapman. And we're going to just decline that offer and go to the division judge.
Okay, thank you. So position 20, Ricky Chapman. Is that Mr. Chapman there? Yes, good morning, Mr. Chapman. Your case is going to be returned to the division judge. You'll get notification of your next hearing date, sir. Good luck to you. All right. Anything further this morning, Mr. Murphy?
That's all I have, Judge.
Okay, thank you. Ms. Strong, are you with me?
Yes, sir.
Positions 50 has conflict attorney and 54 has a conflict attorney as well. Do we know if those are Ms. McLeod's cases?
Give me your outlook, Judge.
Okay, thank you.
I don't think he's in custody.
Say it again.
I don't think 54 is in custody.
He's correct. 54 is released.
Oh, okay. Anthony William, 54.
As to Mr. Smith, position number 50, that was a request for a conflict that I just sent yesterday or the day before. So, my point is, I doubt Ms. McLeod has been able to speak to him because I recently sent that request.
Okay, and there was this the state's request on 50 to reset it a week?
let me check, Your Honor. It may have been, I believe it was.
It says add additional open case.
Yes, yeah, that's correct.
So
yeah.
We'll reset Mr. Smith position 50 until next week, 3/31. So there's no reason, thank you, Ms. Strong, to contact Ms. McLeod. I appreciate it.
Good, right.
Okay, let's see. Who do we have next?
We go to,
Your Honor, I'm sorry, if we could go
Yeah.
back to Mr. Davis. And Judge, Mr. Davis, with all of the back and forth, the talking between the state and the victim, was not sure exactly what was going on. He was worried that this had been a felony, had been upgraded to a felony, and he didn't know that. He would like to proceed and accept the state's offer, which he had already accepted.
All right, Mr. Sirocco?
Yes, Judge. Well, this is going to be a non-negotiated plea, I suppose, because the state did withdraw that offer upon him saying not guilty here in open court today. So the recommendation is different. As for position
Before you start,
22,
can we resolve the fact of whether or not this can be a negotiated plea or not, Judge? Because he did not understand all of the facts. Based on what was said in the courtroom, and he didn't have the proper information. He had accepted the state's offer. If the state had so much concern, they should have made the offer different than it was to begin with. They have not done that. He's accepted the offer. If there's another case coming down the line, which it sounds like there may be, then they can, go nuts on that one. But this one he accepted.
this state wasn't aware of the victim's input with respect to more details regarding this case.
The state's
until
fault for not
just now.
following up. The
The
state
has been following up.
Okay,
Well-
so Mr. White and Mr. Sirocco, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to allow Mr. Sirocco to do what he wants to do as far as the state's concerned, put that on the record. I'm going to do what I said that I was going to do as I was in the middle of taking the plea. And so whether it's negotiated or non-negotiated, I'll be making the determination, and my determination will be what I articulated earlier in the court session. Okay, so whatever the both of you need to put on the record regarding that, I'm going to allow you to do that. If you still want to take the plea, Mr. White, we'll go forward. Okay. All right, so you go ahead, Mr. Sirocco, put whatever you want to put on the record.
Yes, Your Honor. For position 22, the loiter prowling giving false information. This incident was from September 24th, 2025, 237 Uncle Heine Way in Atlanta. It's a Georgia Tech property. It's the A French building. There was an officer responding to this suspicious person's call, and it was advised that there was a male wearing a face mask that covered his whole head and face. He was dressed in all black. The caller was following the male, and the male was observed remotely on camera. Officer was guided to him via radio and found him on the side of the Chapin building on the side of the Chapin building, in which the officer was informed he'd entered and was sitting in the driver's seat prior to the officer's arrival. The defendant was asked, the individual was later identified as the defendant, asked if he was a student, staff, faculty member. He wasn't. Asked what he was doing on campus in the golf cart. He didn't have a reason to be there or in the golf cart. And he stated he didn't have any identification on him, provided the name Robert Cornell Jones, with the date of birth of January 28th, 2000. That is certainly not his name here, Judge. And the GCSC check returned nothing. And he was search incident to arrest. He was found with a 9mm pistol in his bag. He stated that there was also a small key in there that he stated didn't belong to him. The defendant was successfully identified, and there were also the keys, the type that was found with the broken tip. They're often used to secure bikes and scooters, with U-locks and also fit in golf cart ignitions. And additionally, there was a wallet not belonging to the defendant that was located in his bag. There were several financial transaction cards, miscellaneous documents, and a student ID buzz card, and a Florida state license issued to a Mr. James Chen Gao. And they were unsuccessful in contacting the wallet's owner there. And it was found criminal history check that there was an open case in DeKalb for burglary. And let's see, with respect to the second case, position 23, the loiter prowl from March 9th, 2026. That was at 962 Proctor Oak Street in Atlanta. Law enforcement responded to a burglary call in progress at the location. Upon arrival, officer made contact with Miss Shakira Shannon, who explained that the defendant wasn't authorized to be on the property. He was observed on her private property at the back door trying to gain entry into the residence. And he was pulling on the door handle there. A warrant was issued for his arrest. With respect to Miss Shannon, this was late contact from yesterday from Miss Shannon. So that is why the state was not aware of the opinions that she's voiced today, and the concerns for her safety that we echo, having heard what she stated. She explained that she doesn't know the defendant and reported he broke into her home. While her children were present, defendant made a threatening and inappropriate remark toward the children. She expressed fear for her safety of her children, reported that she is attempting to complete an emergency move through Section 8. And with what she's shared with us here today, this clearly goes a lot further, a lot deeper, and is much more concerning than the state was originally aware. So for position 22, the loiter prowl on the Georgia Tech campus, the state's recommending 12 months probation concurrent with 26 CR 001605J, Op 21 law and decision-making course, 30 hours community service, stay away from all Georgia Tech properties to include the Eco Commons at 879 Hemp Hill Avenue Northwest. And for count 2, the giving false information, 12 months probation concurrent with count 1, $300 fine. As for position 23, the loiter prowl, state's recommending 12 months, serve 120 days, credit for time served, balance probated. We would still recommend that social worker visit for housing. Stay away from 962 Proctor Street, and that entirety of Proctor Street as well. No further contact with Shakira Shannon or any family member of Ms. Shannon's. And we would, again, echo the state's request for continuous reporting here, Judge. And that is all for the state. We would ask that defense stipulate to factual basis, venue, and ID.
Mr. White.
Judge, I think I made my position clear on the record. All of the state should have followed up earlier. This was accepted by Mr. Davis, and only after convoluted conversation from the alleged victim and the state did he say, wait, maybe I should plead not guilty. We would ask that you accept the plea as negotiated originally, and nothing further, Judge.
And state would echo that he said not guilty, state withdrew its plea offer, and we made a new recommendation.
Okay, nothing further. Mr. Davis, it's my understanding that in case 25 CR 005939J, you wish to plead guilty to loitering and prowling and giving false information to law enforcement. And in case 26 CR 001605J, you wish to plead guilty to loitering and prowling. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
Are you under the influence of any drugs or alcohol at the present time?
No, sir.
You've been represented by counsel. Are you satisfied with his representation? Is that a yes or a no?
Yes, sir.
You understand that you have a right to a trial by jury on these charges, and that by pleading guilty to them, you're giving up that right?
Yes, sir.
Has anyone forced or coerced you to plead guilty?
Nah.
Okay, I will accept your plea, Mr. Davis. For position 23, lording and prowling, the court sentence will be 12 months to serve 30 days, credit for time served. The balance will be probated. Stay away from the Proctor Street address. No further contact with Shakira Shannon or her family. No contact means absolutely no contact, Mr. Davis. If you have any contact whatsoever, personal, for sure, internet, emails, any other people contacting them, you will be in violation of your probation. For position number 22, the court sentence will be 12 months probation, concurrent with position 23. The law and decision-making class, 30 hours of community service, stay away from all Georgia Tech properties, and Econ Commons at 879 Hempfield Avenue for the giving false information, 12 months to serve. Concurrent with the previous sentence, the fine will be converted to 30 hours of community service. I'm going to require that you be on probation the entire time, reporting probation the entire time. I will waive the fees to help you stay on your feet. Good luck to you, Mr. Davis.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Who do we have next?
42, Mr. McCascal.
Also a negotiated plea.
It is, Judge.
Yes, good morning, Mr. McCascal. I'm Judge Eric Morrow. This is the state all-purpose calendar. Will you raise your right hand for me, please, sir? Do you swear or affirm the testimony you're about to give before this court will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth? Thank you. Mr. Sirocco?
Yes, Your Honor. This is a negotiated plea, correct? Just to.
Yes, it's my understanding.
Okay. For the theft of service, count 1 states recommending 12 months probation concurrent with count 2. Stay away from the Lenox Square Mall at 3393 Peachtree Road, Northeast in Atlanta. 20 hours community service for the theft by receiving stolen property. Count 2, 12 months, serve 90 days, credit for time served, balance probated. Anti-theft course, no further contact with User Manuelis Paredes. Stay away from JW Marriott Hotel, and that is at 3300 Lenox Road, Northeast in Atlanta. And 40 hours community service. As for count 3, the giving false information, time served. We would ask that defense stipulate the factual basis, venue, and ID for purposes of the plea.
Your Honor, we do stipulate for purposes of the plea. We just ask that probation terminate or go non-reporting once he completes all of it. He's at 60 hours of community service and that course, an additional another 30 days in jail.
And we would object convictions for robbery, burglary, theft services, and shoplifting, entering auto from 2021 back through 2008. And there's recent convictions for other offenses. So we would object.
Okay. Mr. McCascal, it's my understanding that in case 26 CR 001628E, you wish to plead guilty to theft of service, theft by receiving stolen property, and giving false information to law enforcement. Is that correct? Say it again for me.
Yes, sir.
Are you under the influence of any drugs or alcohol this morning?
No, sir.
You've been represented by counsel. Are you satisfied with his representation?
Yes.
You understand that you have a right to a trial by jury on these charges and that by pleading guilty to them, you're giving up that right?
Yes.
Has anyone forced or coerced you to plead guilty?
No.
I'll accept the plea as negotiated, Mr. McCascal. When you successfully complete the terms of the probation, I'll have it go to a non-reporting status. You'll still be on probation, but won't have to pay the fees and report. Good luck to you, sir.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Who do we have next?
We got number 43, Mr. Meadows.
The negotiated plea, Judge.
Thank you. Yes, good morning, Mr. Meadows. I'm Judge Eric Morrow. This is the state all-purpose calendar. Will you raise your right hand for me, please, sir? Do you swear or affirm the testimony you're about to give before this court will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth? Yes. Thank you. You can place your hand down, sir. Yes, Mr. Srocco.
Yes, Your Honor, for position 43, count 1, the criminal trespass, state's recommending 12 months probation concurrent with count 3. Stay away from the Windsor over Peachtree at 620 Peachtree Street, Northeast in Atlanta. Count 2, loiter prowl, 12 months probation concurrent with count 3. Stay away from the Windsor over Peachtree again. 620 Peachtree Street, Northeast in Atlanta. 80 hours community service. Count 3, the theft of lost mislaid property. State's recommending 12 months served, 120 days, credit for time served, balance probated. Anti-theft course, stay away from the Windsor over Peachtree at the same location. And count 4, the possession and use of drug-related objects. We're recommending time served. We would object to any termination of probation. We're fine with balance going suspended here, Judge, upon completion of the conditions. We would ask the defense stipulate a factual basis, venue, and ID for purposes of the plea.
All right, Mr. Srocco, you said that you are agreeable to balance suspended.
Upon completion of all of the conditions here, Judge. Wait, let me make sure this is the upon completion of the conditions, Judge. Yeah, balance suspended's fine, but
So does that mean you don't object to termination of probation once he completes the terms?
no, we object to termination of probation, Judge.
I think he means non-reporting.
That's yes.
Okay. So you don't object to it going non-reporting?
Yes.
Okay. Mr. White.
Judge, we just asked the accept the plea is negotiated. We would be fine with going non-reporting once he completes all his terms. He still has another he has significant more time in jail to do so, and another charge holding him. So we just ask you to accept the plea is negotiated.
Okay. Mr. Meadows, it's my understanding that in case 24 CR 004635L, you wish to plead guilty to criminal trespass, loitering and prowling, theft of lost or mislaid property, and possession and use of drug-related objects. Is that correct?
Correct.
Are you under the influence of any drugs or alcohol this morning?
No, not.
You've been represented by counsel. Are you satisfied with his representation?
I am.
You understand that you have a right to a trial by jury on these charges, not by pleading guilty to them. You're giving up that right?
I understand.
Has anyone forced you or coerced you to plead guilty?
No.
I'll accept the plea as negotiated, Mr. Meadows. When you complete the terms, I'll have it go to a non-reporting status. Good luck to you, sir.
Thank you, Judge.
Okay.
I got 49, Mr. Smith.
And he's got also add on to that, the FTA, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
Mr. Smith, good morning. I'm Judge Eric Morrow. This is the state all-purpose calendar. Will you raise your right hand for me, please, sir? Do you swear or affirm the testimony you're about to give before this court be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Do.
All right, you can place your hand down. Thank you, sir. Mr. Sirocco?
Yes, Your Honor. State's recommendation for position 49, the battery, is going to be a 12 months served, 26 days, credit for time served, balance probated, no further contact with Cassidy Lawrence. We'd be asking for 12-week anger management as well, and no 40 hours community service. We won't be asking for a stay away from the location. The victim works elsewhere now. But we did speak with her. She is in agreement with the recommendations of the state. I'm not going to sound for her because she stated she didn't want to be on the Zoom call today. I don't see her here. But that is the state's recommendation. We would ask the defense stipulate the factual basis, venue, and ID for purposes of the plea. And that is all.
And all across the FTA?
That is correct. Thank you.
Please stipulate.
All right, Mr. Smith, it's my understanding that in case 24 CR 003044F, you wish to plead guilty to battery. Is that correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
Are you under the influence of any drugs or alcohol this morning? You've been represented by counsel. Are you satisfied with his representation? You understand that you have a right to a trial by jury on this charge, and that by pleading guilty to it, you're giving up that right?
Yes.
Has anyone forced or coerced you to plead guilty?
No.
I'll accept the plea as negotiated, Mr. Smith. When you complete the terms of the probation, I'll have it go to a non-reporting status. Good luck to you, sir.
Thank you. All right, number 55, 56, Mr. Williams.
What are we doing with Mr. Williams this morning?
Your Honor, that's going to be a negotiated plea. I will be asking for probation to be non-reporting on completion of conditions.
Okay. Yes, good morning, Mr. Williams. I'm Judge Eric Morrow. This is the state all-purpose calendar. Will you raise your right hand for me, please, sir? Do you swear or affirm the testimony you're about to give before this court will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth? Okay, you can place your hand down. Thank you, Mr. Williams. Mr. Sirocco?
Yes, Your Honor. On the position 55 theft of service case, state's recommending 12 months served, 36 days, credit for time served, balance probated. We're recommending anti-theft course as well as ADET. Stay away from the Sinesta Hotel. That is located at 1325 Virginia Avenue in East Point. And for it is position 56, the battery substantial physical harm. We're recommending 12 months probation concurrent with 26 CR 001552F. No further contact with Jaslyn Peters, 30 hours community service. We'd be fine with non-reporting, Judge, and we would ask that the court sound for Ms. Peters at this time. And as well, we would ask the defense stipulate a factual basis, venue, and ID for purposes of the plea.
Ms. Peters is on the line and wishes to address the court. Now is your opportunity. Does not appear so. Mr. Dodd?
Your Honor, we stipulate for the purpose of the plea and ask the court to follow the negotiated plea.
Okay. Mr. Williams, it's my understanding that in case 26 CR 001552F, you wish to plead guilty to theft of service, and in case 19 CR 005929F, you wish to plead guilty to battery substantial physical harm. Is that correct? Are you under the influence of any drugs or alcohol this morning? You've been represented by counsel. Are you satisfied with his representation? Say it again for me. You understand that you have a right to a trial by jury on these charges, and that by pleading guilty to them, you're giving up that right? Has anyone forced or coerced you to plead guilty? I'll accept the plea as negotiated, Mr. Williams. When you complete the terms, I'll have it go to a non-reporting status. Good luck to you, sir.
Thank you, Judge.
Item 38, 39, Mr. Pettit.
Your Honor, on position 38, And 39, 38 is gonna be a plea judge. I am gonna ask the court to suspend the fines, Judge. It's a 2023 case. Essentially, what I'm asking is a time served sentence, Judge.
Okay, good morning, Mr. Jackson. I'm Judge Eric Morrow. This is the state all-purpose calendar. Will you raise your right hand for me, please, sir? Do you swear from the testimony you're about to give before this court will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth? Speak up for me. Still can't hear you.
Sir.
Okay, thank you. You can place your hand down. Mr. Sirocco?
Yes, Your Honor. The state's recommendation for this case on count one, the public drunk, we're recommending time served. As for counts 2 and 3, the willful obstruction charges, we're recommending for each 12 months probation, credit for time served, $300 fine for each. And this was for it was a MARTA incident from November of 2023, where the defendant was found drinking on the West End MARTA station. Officers were patrolling, and he was getting a citation for drinking in public. Was told that, and he wouldn't give up his ID. So the officer stated he was leaving, tried to flee from both officers here. They had to pursue him all the way into the street, down the sidewalk, and they finally caught him and had to restrain him. And he did reveal that he did have an active warrant out of Florida. They didn't want to extradite. So yeah, we would ask that the court follow the state's recommendations here. And that is all for the state. We would ask the defense stipulate the factual basis, venue, and ID for purposes of the plea.
Good eye.
Your Honor, on behalf of Mr. Jackson, this is a 2023 case, Judge. We've had some issues have been brought from Cobb to SAP calendars that's been reset a couple of times. He does have an unrelated felony case, Judge. In light of that, I would ask for a time served and simply suspend the fines. That's basically it, Judge.
Okay, Mr. Jackson, it's my understanding that in case 23 CR 007126E, you wish to plead guilty to public drunk and 2 counts of willful obstruction of law enforcement officers. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
Are you under the influence of any drugs or alcohol this morning?
No, sir.
You've been represented by counsel. Are you satisfied with his representation?
Yes, sir.
You understand that you have a right to a trial by jury on these charges and that by pleading guilty to them, you're giving up that right?
Yes, sir.
Has anyone forced or coerced you to plead guilty?
No, sir.
I'll accept the plea as negotiated, Mr. Jackson. I will suspend the $300 fines on both of the obstruction charges. Good luck to you, sir.
Thank you, Judge.
Number 53, Mr. Wilburn.
Tell me again.
53, Judge.
Okay, thank you.
Your Honor, this is almost a similar situation. I'm asking for a time served sentence, Judge. Very similar to the young man just before him, but I can.
Okay. Good morning, Mr. Wilburn. I'm Judge Eric Morrow. This is the state all-purpose calendar. Will you raise your right hand for me, please? Do you swear or affirm the testimony you're about to give before this court be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Sure.
Okay. You can place your hand down, sir. Yes, Mr. Sirocco.
Thank you, Your Honor. This was a obstruction from this was March 4th, 2024. The state's recommending 12 months probation, pay a $300 fine, and that probation can terminate upon payment of the fine. He does have 47 cycles, Judge. We would ask that he pay that fine, or at the very least do the equivalent in terms of community service here, Judge. This was for the obstruction. He fled on foot after being told to stop. He had an outstanding warrant. for failure to appear not sure whether it was in Fulton or not. The incident was in Fulton, but the failure to appear. So we would ask that the court follow the state's recommendation, and we would ask the defense stipulate a factual basis, venue, and ID for purposes of the plea. He does have probation violation as recent as 2025.
Mr. Dodd?
Your Honor, sorry. Judge, I would stipulate for purposes of the plea, on behalf of my client, Judge, he's been in custody for some time. My odyssey's down, Judge, so I can't give the exact time, but this is a 2024 case, Judge. He also has a felony case that's holding him completely unrelated to this. And I would just ask, under the circumstances, just a time served sentence, so you can address those bigger issues, whenever they pop up.
Mr. Wilburn, it's my understanding that in case 24 CR 001020K, you wish to plead guilty to willful obstruction of law enforcement. Is that correct?
Sir.
Are you under the influence of any drugs or alcohol at the present time?
Sir.
You've been represented by counsel. Are you satisfied with his representation?
Sir.
You understand that you have a right to a trial by jury on this charge, and that by pleading guilty to it, you're giving up that right? Say it again for me.
Sir.
Has anyone forced or coerced you to plead guilty?
No, sir.
Okay, I'll accept the plea as negotiated. I will suspend the fine. Good luck to you, sir.
Judge.
Who do we have next?
I think that's it, Judge. Your Honor, well, we can go down the calendar. I have one case that's, I'm not sure where he is. I can't tell if he bonded out or not because of my odyssey's down, Judge.
Okay, let's just go. So 26 and 27, Patrick Downing. What were we gonna do with Mr. Downing?
Judge, we're gonna reset him to next Tuesday, please.
Okay, so that's reset to 3/31. Position 35, Arthur Hale.
Judge, that was supposed to be a plea this morning. He was going to try to bond out on that. Maybe he did.
Okay. Courtroom 2, do we know where Mr. Hale is?
Was not waiting for this morning. I had one down, I'm not sure. Yeah, he was not in the location that he was supposed to be in this morning. His eyes down, so I was thinking he did.
Oh.
Not completely sure. I guess you just reset, just be on the safe side.
All right, so we'll reset that one as well to 3/31. Position 40, Kendrick Jordan.
Judge, also was going to be a plea this morning.
Yeah. Judge,
So,
I have sworn Kendrick Jordan was.
Oh, he wanted to talk all day, so he said he wanted to go back. So we took him on back.
So reset it for next week, Judge.
okay, reset to 3/31 as well. Position 44, Knowlton.
Judge, it's going to be a not guilty.
Okay. It's a waiver. He will
Correct.
return to the division judge. Finally, position 52.
Your Honor.
Wilburn.
He bonded out, apparently, Judge.
Okay, released. I believe that takes care of everybody. Let's see. Ms. Champion, whenever you're ready for us.
Okay, position number 1 is reset further notice jail jury. Position number 2 is going to be reset. Is there going to be a bond order? A signature bond order? Mr. Haddad?
Yes, I just submitted the bond orders to you just like 4 minutes ago.
Okay, so it's gonna be reset further notice. Position number 3 was a plea. Position number 4 was a plea. Position number 5 was a plea. Position 6 and 7 was null pros. Position 8, 9, and 10 is gonna be reset to the SAP 331. Position 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, and 16 were all the pleas. Position number 17 was a plea. Position number 18, I have
Should be a waiver, I believe, Mr. White.
notice. Jail jury.
That's correct.
Position number 19 is reset to the SAP 331. Position number 20 is reset further notice jail jury. 21, reset further notice defendant release. 22 was a plea. 23 was a plea. 24 was null pros. 25, I have reset to the SAP May 5th. Position 26, 27, and 28 will also be reset to the SAP 331. Position 29 was a plea. Position 30 was a plea. Position 31 is reset further notice jail jury. 32 is reset further notice jail jury. Position 33 and 34 was reset defendant release. Position 35 is going to be reset to the SAP 331. Position 36 is reset to the SAP 331. Also, position 37 is reset to the SAP 331. Position 38 was a plea. Position 39 was null pros. Position 40 was reset to the SAP 331. Position 41 is reset further notice jail jury. Position 42 was a plea. Position 43 was a plea. Position 44 is reset further notice jail jury. Position 45 is reset further notice jail jury. Position 46, was that a reset or did she take the plea?
46 and 47 entered a plea.
Okay. Okay. Position 48 was a plea. Position 49 was a plea. Position 50 is reset to the SAP with additional cases. Position 51 is reset further notice jail jury. Position 52, I don't.
He was released.
Released. Okay. Position 53 was a plea. Position 54 is reset further notice defendant release. Position 55 was a plea. Position 56 was a plea. Add-on number 1 is reset to the SAP 331. Add-on 2 was a null pros. Add-on 3 is reset to the SAP 331. Any questions?
Okay, if not, you all have a good rest of your week and we'll see you next week.
Thank you, Judge.
Thank you, Judge.